Great buys, great buys. Oh my god, this is gonna be such a random bunch of pickups today. Yeah, so as usual on weekends, looking at houses, and actually saw something and decided to put in a offer for it, and they wanted $40,000 more than we were willing to pay for it. And we put in, you know, our offer, and I'm guessing it was the only offer that they got, because they came back and said, hey, you can have it if you want to pay the full price. So that full price was well above our budget. So, and our max budget. We had a budget, and then we made the budget bigger, and then we realized, okay, this is as much as we can spend. Well, it was above that. So yeah, we had to walk away. Great house. Location wasn't fantastic. It was actually beyond what we have been looking in, and was just sort of found by almost accident. So yeah, yeah, we had to walk. Honestly, we expected him. We didn't expect him to come down to where we were. But we expected him to move. But him coming back at the, you know, the asking price, what is the point? Like, really? Like, that's just a kick in the teeth. And the dude's selling it, you know, sell by owner type thing. So I mean, technically we could own this house right now, but we would be, yeah. Honestly, this pushes us. And it's the thing, right? It's beyond where we're even looking. The house, yeah, we could go to what he was asking, but with the added gas costs, you know, well, a lot of things. I mean, it wasn't really, the only thing that was really, well, there was a couple of things that was good about the location of this house. Close to a school, like walking distance to school. So, girls, awesome. It was really close to a beach we went to this weekend, which we didn't know about. Like 10 minutes away drive. It's almost as close to the beach as it is to the nearest grocery store. So that was good. But yeah, it's not close to really anything else. It is almost on the edge of civilization here. Essentially the eastern end of the Greater Toronto area ends here. It's farmland, and then you hit the next town, and then there's farmland, and then the next town, and it just gets smaller and smaller until eventually you hit another big city. But it's hours away type thing. So this is like the edge of the universe in terms of things. So we were like, okay, like, and I tried to. There is, you know, getting to work would have been a hassle. It would have probably added time. Leslie, it's going to add time to her no matter what. We cannot afford anything remotely close to the area where she currently lives, not when it comes to housing, you know, getting a full, large enough house. So where I live compared to where I work, I live in Toronto, like Toronto's proper. We're looking outside of that, so obviously the price goes down outside of that. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be going down exponentially the way it should. As it was in, you know, previous years. Really, the real estate market here has, it's so bonkers, it's not funny. But hey, if you have a house and if you have a job that's paying $100K that you're cool, you know, giving to me, I'm perfectly willing to work for you, and we may make the move. You know, so let me know. Comment down below. Honestly, it's getting to the point where we're trying to come up with every creative thing possible to deal with this. We're getting frustrated, but the good thing about going out and looking at houses, we hit up all these stores. So first off, of course, we hit up a Value Village, because we always hit up a Value Village. This didn't yield a lot, but it did yield one must-buy for me. So I could have bought a couple of the other maybe buys, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to save my money. Choose Your Own Adventure. Yes, I don't know if I actually have this one or not. All my Choose Your Own Adventures and such are packed away, but like I said, if I ever see one, I'm going to buy them. I don't care if I have doubles or triples or quadruples of these things. They're so hard to find. And yeah, as long as it's in good enough shape, which this one is, it only has a slight crease on the corner here. And of course some, you know, it's got a crease down here. But, I mean, when they're flattened out, you generally don't notice them at all. And they're fun. I love them. I grew up with these things. I want a full-on collection of them. I want all of them, and I want to display them because I think they're awesome. And eventually I will do a video on all of them and the history of them, but not on this channel, on a different channel. But that's another story for another day. So, yeah. Saw that. Went to Value Village. Had to pick it up. Stick all this stuff. Okay, so from there we proceeded down and we hit up a place that I honestly love. There are not enough used music, movie, video game stores around, in my opinion. They are dying off just as fast as the music stores, and that's a shame. I mean, there are fewer and fewer places to buy physical media. So when I get the chance, I head into this place and picked up a few things because they were must-buys. First off, it's used, it's $11, but you know what? It's something that, I mean, it's in pretty much perfect condition. And it is something that I would be buying anyway, so for $11, Baby Metal's second CD. Again, I went out looking for Baby Metal's first CD on release date. I mean, huge online presence. Everybody's talking about them. I went to the HMV that was supposed to have it in stock on release day. They didn't even have it out, if they had it at all. Maybe it's sold, I don't know, but either way, it wasn't there. I had to eventually order it online, so when I saw this in the wild, because I was going to order it or try and find it anyways, I figured, you know what, I'm going to get it. It's getting to the point where the only place I can buy stuff, even if it, you know, in HMV, other than randomly just sort of going in, is downtown, like their main store. And that sucks, because that's really the only one of the only music video stores, you know, retail chains around anymore. So yeah, so I had to pick that up because I saw it, and the price was, I think, a couple dollars cheaper than you'd get it new. Next up, this was a, you know, final sale thing, priced on it $3, 50% off, lowest ticketed price, so $1.50. We've got Bonesetter Returns, one of the absolutely terrible Splatter Rampage, Brett Kelly, essentially all those guys who put out all the bunch of things. This is one with Bonesetter, and obviously it's the sequel. I don't think I might have Bonesetter, I don't know. But either way, for $1.50, I'm going to pick these up. These are essentially what you would find from really bad YouTube video movies. But again, back when DVD was first coming out, there just wasn't enough stuff. So a lot of, like, I mean, if you go through Fangoria magazine, you find all of these, and they're all reviewed, properly reviewed, and all that kind of stuff, right next to something like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre release and such. So, I mean, it could lull you into actually buying one without knowing that it is, like, it's microbut. It is, honestly, you dress up in the worst Halloween costumes, and you run around your neighborhood shooting these videos with terrible stories, terrible scripts. Nothing really going for it, but there is a market for that. And there's still a market for that, despite the fact that it's really easy to make, like, something just a step up from that. Honestly, you can make, for $5,000 to $10,000, if you already have, you know, decent HD cameras and lights and such like that, you can make very entertaining films. I mean, there are films shot on iPhones, right? Like, if you have the chops, you can make a good movie. They didn't have any of the chops, so not a good movie. And then finally, something I had to pick up, A, because we need to cover it in the 12 Days of Xmas, and B, because it was only $10, and as I showed Leslie, the cheapest price I saw on Amazon.ca was about $50. So I picked up Jack Frost 2. Yes, I don't have Jack Frost 1, but I do believe Jack Frost 1 is cheaper than Jack Frost 2 for the regular. I don't know. They're all over the board, but yeah, I need to get this. I need to get Ice Cream Man and all those things. They were all, I think, released by the same company all around the same time. And I think there's a pack of this and Ice Cream Man, and I don't know. But yeah, needed to get this because, you know, 12 Days of Xmas, this is one of the movies. I didn't own it previously, so I was not going to pass that up, but I still wouldn't pass it up considering it was only $10. It's... From there, we went... Oh, yes. Sarah was with us, and she had requested to go to the comic store. So... I didn't say we were going to go to the comic store, but seeing as how she didn't want to come with us at first, and then she was made to come up with us, I figured, you know what, I will treat her to some... She likes the Superboy comics, because they were out of the dollar bin, and I bought her some a while back. So I figured, you know what, we'll head into the comic shop. It's nearby, it's on the way, and pick up some, you know, Superboy dollar comics. But I wasn't not going to look at those, so I picked up a whole bunch of dollar store comics, but I'm not going to show you those here. You're going to have to wait for Comic Corner. Ha! But that's not it. This video keeps going. I think there was something like 15 or so comics. From there, we ended up, we needed to get some stuff from the grocery store, and there's I think it's a superstore near where Leslie lives, and they sell a particular kind of no-name, I don't know if it's, I guess it's like a pop. It's a carbonated sweet beverage, a diet beverage that they sell, and it's only in that chain of stores, and some of them only sell one of them, and I think there's 3 different flavors. And she likes them all, and she, if she can get them, she will. So we had to go there, go grab some stuff anyway. So we're gonna hit up the superstore, and this particular superstore, the last time we were in there, I didn't have my money with me, and they had a discount bin similar, like that. They have a Giant Tiger, and I mean even a Canadian Tire, probably all done by the same company, of DVDs and Blu-rays, and I think it was $5 a pop. And I know the last time I was there, I was like, oh my god, there's at least, you know, 10 to 15 titles here I would love to just pick up, because at this price, it's a great buy. And so we're heading back there. I figured, you know what, I'm going to check that place out. And so went in there, looked around, and unfortunately they had nowhere near, obviously it had been picked through. It's been, I don't know, a month and a half since I think we were in there last, maybe a month, I don't know. But obviously people have gone through it and picked up stuff from it, but I still managed to find stuff, and we will go with the Blu-rays first. So because I'm pretty sure I didn't have it already, I picked up the remake of Prom Night for $5. Why not, right? I think they're used. Oh, maybe not. No, this has the rating sticker on the outside. So brand new, yeah, still sealed, Prom Night for $5. Can't go wrong there if you ask me. Then another brand new one. I don't know if I've seen it or not. I think I may have, and I think it was bad, but it's an action film, and for $5, it's got a really bad looking John Travolta, and that's From Paris with Love with slipcover. So that's awesome. So you can see that this has been repacked and reshrinked and then given a different barcode on it. But yeah, $5, sure. I'm buying stuff already. Then I picked up. Believe it or not, I have not watched these. I didn't have the ability to watch them when they aired. I never got around to getting the DVD sets. I didn't want to get the individual ones. I wanted it as the box sets. And I asked for it a couple of times for Christmas, but they were pricey, right? So I never got them. And then when the prices came down eventually, Blu-rays were coming out, and I was like, okay, well, maybe these will eventually come out on Blu-ray. And the price got even lower on the DVDs, and then the Blu-rays came out, but the Blu-rays were expensive, so I've never got around to getting them. I will have to track them down. I think they are still about $20 a pop. And you're wondering what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Masters of Horror series. So this is Volume 4, Season 1, Volume 4, and for $5, you know what? I couldn't pass it up. Yes, I don't have any of the other volumes, but at least this cuts down the price. Like, I mean, even if I have to buy the other ones at $20, getting this at $5 means that I essentially get, you know, volumes 1 to 3 at $15, which, sure, okay, it's got, I think it's 4 episodes per release, so yeah. Now this one has Takashi Miike's imprint, which I don't think it was actually broadcast. So that's the one that was only released on to home video because apparently it was just too much for cable television. This also has Joe Dante's Homecoming, John McNaughton's Hakel's Tale, and Mick Garris's Chocolate. So that was awesome. So happy. They actually had a few copies of that one. And then finally something I was like, whoa, okay, this is previously viewed. It has a previously viewed sticker on it, and it's $5. But when I looked this up, I was like, did this have a Blu-ray release? I could not find a Blu-ray release. But when I looked up the price on the DVD, I was like, holy crap, this thing's going for like $40. And that's Technolust. Who would have thought? Yep. Tilda Swinton. Wow. Jeremy Davies. Oh, Karen Black. I didn't realize Karen Black's in this. So there you go. So yeah, Technolust. 1 part woman, 1 part science. I'm guessing it's kind of, I don't know, is it even, maybe there is some horror to it? I don't know. It looks like it could be like a sci-fi thriller with some, you know, sexy, sultry stuff going on as well. I don't know. Either way, I had to get it up because this is, like, I mean, this is kind of stuff I love. Like, just the stuff nobody talks about. No, like, how many people do you know talking about Technolust? I don't see it on YouTube. Like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre over and over and over again. Friday the 13th over and over and over again. Sometimes Hellraiser. Nightmare on Elm Street, sure. I get those ones. And then you get, you know, stuff like the Italian stuff and the Beyond and the Fulcis and the Argento stuff. I get that. Less so on some of their more obscure stuff, and obviously their spaghetti western stuff, hardly at all. But there are people who do talk the spaghetti westerns, you know, religiously, so you get that they come up there. Technolust? Who talked about Technolust? I haven't seen Technolust on YouTube. I mean, it's probably sure it is, but Technolust. This is one of those ones I'm gonna have to put into the 31 Days of Horror because I have probably seen it, but I can't remember it whatsoever. I'm just hoping it's horror, because I may watch it in October and it may not be horror whatsoever, and I'll just be watching sort of like a blue movie, like a late night blue movie with she's a robot thrown onto it. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm kind of hoping maybe there's some killing or something, so I can at least include it in that, sort of like, almost like Cyborg, you know, Universal Soldier, that kind of stuff. I still include those in horror, even though they're more towards action sci-fi, because it's sort of like things turning on man. I still consider them horror. I have a very, very wider brush when it comes to horror than a lot of other people, but yeah, that's just me. So yeah, crazy great buy day. But yeah, let me know, have you seen Technolust? Comment down below. No spoilers, because honestly, I'm pretty sure I've seen it, but I can't remember it whatsoever. So, but yeah, let me know. Comment down below about any of this stuff. Yeah, looking forward to seeing all of the stuff, right? But Jack Frost 2, 12 Days of Xmas, if I can get Jack Frost 1, I will not watch Jack Frost 2 without Jack Frost 1, and hopefully if I can get it, it will show up in this year's 12 Days of Xmas. But I think I'm okay. I think I've managed to get 12 movies that we can watch, or I plan to get 12 movies. I think that I've known stuff that I could get, but I haven't gotten them yet. I don't know. I have to double check. But with all the packing that's going on in anticipation of hopefully finding a house, yeah, I have. I don't know if I packed them away or not. Okay, something to think about. Anyways, thanks for watching. Till next video, take care. Have a good one.